Hello, hello.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to the Hoefessional Podcast.
Hey, Jessie, baby.
Hi.
Over there.
No, I'm not doing this again. Hi guys, what's up?
Judgment-free zone.
Girl talk zone.
Yes. Yeah. How was you guys' weekend?
How was yours?
Terrible. I feel like I look how I feel today.
You look great, though.
Yeah, I feel like
Oh, my stomach is.
I didn't know what people meant by once you reach 30, like going out the next day, you feel like you've been run over by like 10 trucks. It takes me days to recover from it.
I think I told you this last year.
Yes, you did.
I really did. I feel like it's not just that. When you became 30, like something really changes in you.
Yeah, it clicks.
Like I think it's just even a spiritual sense of it. You just become a very different person. You focus on different things in life. So
Mhm.
yeah, you can't relate to that.
Yeah, not yet. But I'm already feeling it and I'm 25.
Wow.
Like with hangovers and stuff, I'm just
Yeah,
over
bad
it.
hangovers.
I'm over it, man. I don't want to drink anymore.
I don't like drinking.
What
either.
what age are you?
I'm 31 in next month.
Oh.
Like in September, baby, yeah. Why are you making that face? Listen, I look good for 30 and I have a younger
You
man
do?
too.
That's like,
so-
I'm surprised you're 30. I didn't know you were 30.
I hope I don't look my age.
No, you're young.
What's going on, guys? What's the topic? What are we chatting about today?
Mhm. Well, I wanted to talk about what's like the real issue with men and like women in the sex working industry, OnlyFans model content creators, but just women in general who are getting to the bag and who are independent and don't need a man for anything.
I don't know. I do feel like a lot of men, I get quite intimidated just in general. It doesn't even have to be all the fast model. We can talk about female entrepreneurs now. Like, I think a lot of females are starting off their own business, whether it be OnlyFans or lash business or makeup business. And yeah, 100%. I can definitely speak on
I
that.
feel like
topic
men
well.
like to feel needed. So like if a woman is getting
You
her
read that
own,
book?
I feel like it applies more pressure to the man to, you know, you can't be a fuck boy and because the girl would just go away. She doesn't need you
Yeah.
financially. So if you fuck up, she's just gonna go into the next thing.
But I feel like that's only certain men. I feel like there's men that love women that are getting
No,
to the
of
bag. Do you know what I mean?
course.
And they're like, okay, that's...
But those are real men for me.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they
Because-
are real
Yeah,
men,
exactly.
yeah.
Because I feel like even like my father and my father's generation were very different to the man who are we raising now, who is our partners. There's this really good book I could recommend. You read the book, Woman is from Venus, Man is from Mars or something
yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
It literally talks about this, and that's why I had to read to realize that
Yeah.
man needs to feel needed. That's the key.
I think that's the biggest thing. I probably like the day I have a daughter. That's what I'm gonna teach her. Like I want you to. It's not even about I want you to do what I did because I would never encourage.
Would you
anyone-
not?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, if she was to stumble across the industry and wanted, like, I wouldn't, tell her not to. I would just teach her the right way about to do the safe way to do it. But my biggest thing for me to translate to my daughter is have your own, like, be independent. Always be able to fall back on your feet, like if something doesn't work out, because I've seen it happen with my mom and other female figures in my life who, it's different times, like you're a housewife, you're a mother, and that's basically your role in life. And then
That's
the
it
day,
for you.
yes,
That's it.
and the
You're
day
born
on-
a breed.
Same
Yeah.
as in my
Do
same
you know
as
what
in my
I'm saying?
culture. I'm Eastern European,
Mhm.
yeah, and it's same as in my culture.
Same with Asian culture as well. do you
Yeah,
know what I'm
100%.
saying?
I feel
So,
like, especially I'm seeing a
Yeah.
choir because obviously I'm a makeup
100%.
artist.
yeah.
I see a lot of times like, okay, you stay home, that's your job, that's your
Yeah.
duty. And I feel like that's why all the fans and actually being even just a sex worker itself.
Yeah.
it
I feel like
really-
times are changing though. Do you know what I'm saying?
No,
I very hope it
100%.
does.
I feel like as
yeah.
well with guys, like some guys like women that get their own bag, but it's like how does she get the bag? Like a lot of guys wouldn't date a sex worker even though she's getting to her bag.
But hold on a minute, especially in London. Do you ask a guy, how do you get your bag? Because you know what?
Yeah, true.
You know what I
true.
mean? Like, I'm not saying I don't care what the guy do for you. I really much do care.
yeah,
But there are a lot of ways how guys making a lot of
Yeah.
money. And I dated those type of people. I think we all know what kind of job I'm talking about there.
Mhm.
And I don't think it should matter how do you get the bag, as long as you're secure in a relationship, you have trust in the relationship, and as long as you're both independent. I think in a relationship, you shouldn't lose yourself just because you're in a relationship with someone. And I think that's why in a lot of places, in a lot of culture, that's when the problem starts from, that you just become a wife and you almost lose yourself in the process
No,
of being
100%.
married. And just because you do OnlyFans, it doesn't define you as a person, isn't it? I mean, you
No,
still
yeah,
the same
no.
person. You still the same person.
Facts.
But you know what? I feel like this is the healthiest relationship that I've ever been in, but it's mostly more about me than it is about the person that I'm with, because I feel like I did the therapy and what I needed to do and worked on myself, understanding my worth. And then I was able to really find what was good for me.
But don't you think that's why a relationship works better now? Because you love yourself more.
Exactly. 100%.
That's what I need to do. I feel like that's why I get
Never
into
missing
this
for-
shit that
from you?
fails, because I don't really know myself yet. Do you know what I'm saying? 100%.
It says more about yourself, who you're
Yeah.
with, than it says about the other person.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're willing to accept in your life. And that's when I look at my previous relationships, I'm like, damn, like I must have really not loved myself to accept
Yeah.
that type of,
100%.
you know,
Same.
that's that type of treatment from someone.
But you recognizing that, I feel like it's already a step ahead for you. It's
Yeah.
already you moving towards that direction.
Yeah.
That you're going to be a better person. You're going to be in a healthier relationship, and you're naturally going to attract those type of people around you. Even let it be friends
Literally, yeah.
or let it be man who gonna love you the way you are because you started to love yourself.
But it's hard, right? Because like I came out of a relationship where I was like made to believe like, oh, no one else is going to love you, like what you do wrong.
Oh,
blah, blah,
but
blah.
that is toxic.
So obviously, like subconsciously, you do think about that because you're a sex worker and you're like, is it only going to go so far? Because people will act like they're fine, and guys will start off sexualizing you. They'll get to know you, and then it's all good and they're fine at the start, and then it's like it's going to get to that point where your job becomes an issue. Not for everyone, but from experience. So it's just
No, but
like,
there is
do you
men
know-
out there. I mean, it
yeah.
took me a lot of relationships. Most of my relationships, the main problem was always my job.
Yeah,
But that's because it came from insecure men. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because my relationship now, he fully accepts me for who I am and what I do and doesn't have a problem
Yeah,
with
it's a
it. He
job.
just knows that's my job and that's it. Like, obviously, we had to set boundaries for it to work for our relationship, but he never asked me to quit my job. Or
Yeah, and he
do
supports
something
you and he
different.
helps you.
Yeah,
and-
100%.
But that's the thing. Like, I think it's really important for men as well to be secure within themselves. And
Yes.
you know, I'm gonna say a lot. People might gonna hate what I'm gonna say, but a lot of times, oh yeah, it's hard to find a relationship for females. It's hard to find a nice guy. Trust me, for guys, it's hard to find a nice girls too. Because I've worked with many girls. I'm working in the makeup industry. I've worked with many girls who don't care about anything else but how much money that man is
Yeah,
making.
No,
that's
100%.
true.
And you know, men also need security. We also need to make sure that they're secure. So, for example, when me and my partner got together, we both agreed that we're going to put ourselves first. I'm going to put myself first and he's going to put himself 1st in order for both of us to be healthy, to be together. And some women don't, and some men don't like to hear this when I say like, oh, I want to be first. I want to be me first. Because they immediately going to think it means, oh, I'm not going to be first for someone. Someone is going to, that's why he's going to cheat on me because she's going to be selfish. It doesn't mean you're selfish just because you put yourself first. I feel like, I mean, that's my experience with men.
And I think we're all responsible for our own happiness. Obviously, you want the person that you're with to make you happy, but if you can't make your own self happy, then you can't put that responsibility on your partner. That's a very big responsibility.
I don't know. I feel like also working, like doing OnlyFans. I did it obviously not for a super long time, but I definitely didn't stop it because of my partner told me to stop it. It's obviously like it's something to do with myself. I feel like I needed to love myself more in order to put my body on social media and like that. And there's a lot of body positivity going on in the internet and stuff. And I feel like some of them are quite toxic because some of them are not real. You know, being positive on Instagram and social media or being happy about the way you look is very superficial. It's very surface level. And I feel like OnlyFans is the next level of that because you're technically naked out there, you know. And
it's so much pressure. Like, this is what I've been like the last week. I done a photo shoot. I didn't like it. I wasn't feeling myself because I hadn't been in the gym.
you hated it.
I'd been isolating, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm going, I hate myself. I'm so out of shape, blah, blah, blah. It's just so, it does fuck up your mental. You need to have a strong
'cause you're
mentality.
You're selling an image that you're
Literally.
supposed to be sexy and like
Yeah.
the sex, the sex symbol, and all of a sudden you're not feeling yourself, and you need to project that. It's hard.
And it
yeah.
shows in your content. It shows in
It does.
like the podcast last week. Like, I was anxious after it because I was like, I feel like I couldn't be myself. I had a guard up because I didn't feel good.
Oh, don't be anxious about it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
No, like I'm chill now, but obviously like that's what it gets like when you're in that kind of state of mind and people are telling you, no, you're fine, but it's all
But
within.
listen, at least you don't have a man's opinion to, rely on, because I feel like at least you don't have those like little, I have to look good because my man wants me to look good. You want to look good for yourself. And it's the same with me. Like my man does push me to have a better lifestyle and stuff. I'm not even going to lie. And you two are the same with your partner. You guys go to the gym and stuff. And it's wonderful to see. But I feel like you're pushing more your partner than he does push you.
Yeah, it's just good to have a partner that obviously pushes you to be better and vice versa. You know?
Especially you out there.
Yeah.
So.
It makes it easier when you're both kind
And
of like on the
always
same
in the
journey.
gym.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, if you're both...
I mean, I'm not vegan yet or vegetarian yet, but I'm moving towards it. It's just hard.
no, I could never leave meat. I mean, I've tried.
I'm sure you can't.
No.
I mean, no, I could actually, but let's not talk about that. It's not the subject.
I did the pescatarian thing a little bit. That was fine. I could do that.
I done it for a year and it was the best I ever felt.
Yeah, I could do just fish. But
yeah, I don't know. I'm not really a fish person. So.
I would always need a little bit of red meat once in a while because,
aren't you Argentinian?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why.
I'm Hungarian. We eat a lot of pork, unfortunately, but I don't eat
pork.
I don't do it either. Here, not in this country. But yeah, 100%. I feel like when you have a partner who accepts you the way you are, and I mean actually accept you, because your situation was, I guess, a bit more difficult because he seemed to accept it, but as soon as you ended with him,
he accepted it up until a certain point, and then it was.
I feel like what used to happen to me back in the day was like every guy would. It's like the trophy thing, like the trophy wife. Like they see you, and it's like, oh, you would look nice next to me. Like you're almost like this little accessory thing. And then once they have you, it's like they want to change absolutely everything about you, and that's exactly what happened to me every time. As soon as we got in a relationship, it was like, okay, no, it's either the career or me. It's either like. At the time, video shoots, babe station, whatever I was doing, it was either you stop doing that or you're with me, and it's always a problem. So yeah,
like when me and him were kind of breaking up, he was like, "That's me. I just wish you weren't Jessie Baby," and I was like, "That's who you met me as, though. You wouldn't have known me otherwise." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I hate when guys say that.
Why?
You know what they would say to me? I hate Lisa Ides, but I love Melissa. Like. Lisa Ides is like my alter ego, a character I created.
Lisa.
But we all have that.
Yeah.
You know, so
I don't know.
It's like people online as well, like they look at us and they would never know like really who we are when we're at home. Do you know what I mean? It's so different. It's a character, really.
Yeah.
Basically, that's your income. Like I do feel like when I do makeup, I have a bit of character on. I'm not gonna lie.
Like everyone does.
You
like
have to. When you're at work, even when you pick it up official phone calls, you already talk differently. So it's basically the same thing, isn't it? You can't be 100% yourself. There's a little saying I read somewhere, probably on Instagram, these kind of stupid sayings that you're only yourself 100% when you buy yourself. Because you don't have no one to influence you
At the
around.
end of the day, we're also selling sex. That's what we're selling. So that's the image that we're portraying.
That's your business. Another day.
It.
Some people sell water, some people sell pussy. Like
Literally. You sell your hands, don't you? Your talent.
Yeah, I guess. And my soul at this point. But let's not talk about that. I feel like, no, trust me. Like, sometimes I feel like, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to do makeup? Or just go home and have sex with my partner, record it, and make the bag? Because I feel like I'm already selling my soul for this. But let's not talk about it. Like,
you've had some dramatic stories lately of you doing makeup. But...
I actually, funny enough, I don't know what this podcast brought into my life. My recent client, I've been doing her makeup. I'm going to her tomorrow as well. She's actually quite a famous porn star herself.
Oh, okay. Maybe that could be one of our guests.
I actually already told her about it. So she's 40 years old. She is a bimbo.
She's still doing porn?
Yeah, she's currently, as we're talking, probably escorting right now. She canceled me today morning because she had a client. So, fair enough, make the bag. She talked about this quite a lot to me, about how she feels that she's 41 and she has 2 kids. And she got bullied by school moms. Like,
I can imagine.
Yeah, like terrible. But she's lovely. Like, honestly, I go to her and she's just like, oh, I'm so tired. Like, I've been working.
I can't wait to go pick up my kids from school with my fat ass and see how
I
the
can't
moms
wait.
react.
Today I got asked before I came here, the client, she was like, oh, is your bum down? I was like, no, but thank you for the compliment. I wish it was, but no, it's real. You get a lot of stare because of your bum, isn't it?
Yeah, especially in the UK, because I feel like they don't see it as much as
in Miami. It's normal.
No, America's more normal, but I mean, you still get looked at, but it's just different here. Here is like, I feel like everyone looks, children, old people, young people, everyone looks.
You two are literally, I would say, opposite side of the spectrum because you have nothing done, right? At all. You're 100% natural.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I can't relate though.
I want
I
I want a boob lift, but that's about it.
Not even implants?
No, I'm too
She
scared.
has nice size.
I'm
I feel like you got
scared.
something to work with there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have
Need
natural
implants.
boobs anyway.
Yeah.
We all have
Yeah,
natural tits.
yeah. But nah.
I would get it done too, I'm not gonna lie.
You never get everything.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
love to.
Yeah.
No, but like, listen, like, I feel like here they start. But now it's getting more normal, you know that.
I know. I feel like girls in the UK are more and more getting surgery. You know,
Yeah,
like,
it's
since
getting mad,
Turkey's opened its
But do you
doors
think it's a
to-
trend or do you think it's insecurities?
No, I don't think it's insecure. I think it's your body.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Because I feel like it's some. I know certain that
I saw it as an investment. My
For
body
you,
made me
yeah.
all my money. So like I
I'm
saw it as
for
an
sure
investment. But
about
I'm
that.
sure, yeah, some people it is insecurity. But I feel like if it's for yourself, like if it's to make you happy, it's not to make a man happy or impress. If it's for you, then I think surgery is fine. I don't see anything wrong with it.
If not someone pushing you into
Yes,
it.
100%.
If you want to do it and it's going to make you feel better and you've got the money to do it, then by all means do it. Do you know what?
100%.
Each to their own. People.
I don't know. I feel like now, I think Kim Kardashian or someone posted this, like, well, not even Kim Kardashian, it was about the Kardashians, like, were they the ones who brought this trend to the fake bodies into, and they definitely did. But if you think about every single era had their own trends, you know? Like back in the 90s, everyone was so slim, like Naomi Campbell, the supermodels. I think this is the new normal now. I think a lot of people have like fake booties
I
and
think
stuff.
every year it changes because now it seems like the trend is to be really slim. You know, it just changes all
You
the time.
think so? It's being
does
really
just
slim. I don't really
Yeah,
think
like-
so.
Kim, like
Oh.
went from
I think it's being healthy now.
healthy, yeah.
Because I feel like when people ask me like, oh, are you vegetarian or vegan and stuff, I feel like it's getting more, and I'm happy for it though, you know. I think it's really good that people go into the gym now more often.
100%.
Like I feel like
That aspect of it, I like the, but it's all the other stuff that people do behind the cameras that they don't tell you that they do to look like that.
I saw this girl the other day, she posted this on my Insta feed that she was loving this personal trainer girl's content till she found out that her bum is done. So now she's like, okay, so I was going to the gym every single day doing the exercise that she was telling me to do, and her bum is not even real. So
Yeah, a lot of
She's
people.
like, I'm gonna get a bum like that, doing all her the
a
exercise
lot of
she's
people
doing,
do
yeah.
lie about surgery. Like that's what I feel like. I mean,
Yeah,
you
no, I
don't
hate
need to
that.
tell people. It's up to you. But like,
and Photoshop as well, isn't it? Like,
yeah, but don't like
I'm guilty. I love
falsely
a bit of
sell
face
it.
app.
Do you know what I mean? And be like,
No,
oh,
but
come
I
to the
mean,
gym,
some
do
of,
this.
some of them it's like so obvious, and it's like, why lie? I mean, you bought it, it's yours. Like,
yeah,
I don't.
just own it.
I don't see the point in lying. I own everything I do, like absolutely
Yeah.
everything, and I think that's why like people it takes away people being able to say anything about you to you. Like I admit everything I do myself, so what could you possibly say to me? Like
But do you understand why many are insecure as well about dating lately? Because these girls, what they're selling themselves on the internet is not the same as in real life either, you know?
no, yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay, I think I'm kind of on a man.
But I mean, I feel like that's with every single person,
really?
more or less.
Yeah.
Well, especially like in our industry and stuff. Like, I'm not right. Okay, not every single person, but people are editing photos, using filters.
You know, with you,
everything, like,
I actually wanted to tell you, I had a look on your Twitter the other day and I just kind of scrolled through it. And obviously, I've seen your content and I've seen your posts. And I feel like you're very you. I feel like you, when I met you in person, you are the same person as I see on Twitter. Minus your naughty stuff. That's whatever it is.
personality.
Yeah, I feel like
tweet-
your
I
personality
tweet
really
as
comes
myself.
true. Meanwhile, no offense,
Mhm.
you are very different in social
I
media
know,
for
yeah.
me.
But she's so, but she's so
sweet.
big.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
But you can't
It's
even like
different.
shine 100% through social media. But I'm just talking about, you don't post on Twitter anymore anyway, like that.
No, my Twitter's suspended. It's not that
Still
I
not
can't.
coming
Yeah,
back?
it's not come back. Let's not even talk about that before I get mad.
What's
Anyway,
the
yeah,
brand?
no, but yeah, I feel like I'm always kind of stuck between like being an introvert and being an extrovert. That's always kind of like my battle, and especially like putting myself out there in social media. So I always try to hide it, especially the things I care about and the people I care about. I don't like to show those things because I feel like they need to be protected. So
Yeah, but that's why it's hard to be in a relationship as well with an OnlyFans girl, isn't it? Because what's the boundary? What do you want to share? You can't share so much of your boyfriend, of your partner, because you're gonna lose a lot of followers. People are gonna lose interest in you.
no, of course.
But also, you do want to share those moments because you are a human. You want to put a dinner date
Of course,
out.
that's what I'm saying. That's why
Yeah.
I'm always kind of like stuck in between this battle with myself. Like, do I post? Do I not post?
Yeah.
Like,
Did you post
And you-
your man before?
You need it. Yeah, because he done content with me.
But apart from the content, forget about the content. As a like,
just like normal
Just
day-to-day life with your boyfriend.
We didn't really take pictures like that, you know. So no,
did he not want it, or you just genuinely not type of person
we
who?
just never really took them.
Mm.
But like I put his face on Twitter like in content and stuff, but not like couple photos or nothing. Yeah, it was a lockdown relationship, so
A lockdown relationship. I
We
like
weren't
that.
even
Let's talk
out.
about that. What's the
Yeah,
lockdown
what-
relationship?
it was just one of them intense, fast kind of relationships. Do you know what I mean?
How did you meet? Through lockdown.
Instagram,
Okay.
and then he
Whoa.
messaged me, and then it was supposed to be like a fling, and then it got serious quickly and pure intense, and it was just not.
How long you guys been together at the time?
We were only together for 4 months, and he's still doing the most to get at me, and this is like been over for a couple
You know,
of
that's
months now.
I think that's going to be your like. I think every person in their life, they have a very fiery relationship, and after they're gonna find someone who they're settling down with. You
I
get what I
think-
mean? Like, even my perspective, I feel like 4 months is quite a short period of time. You know.
Very short, right? But I
Mhm.
think because like I do think like we did want to be together, but his beliefs obviously in my job didn't line up. Do you know what I mean? And then he had
You think your job ruined your
so
relationship?
I feel like I don't want to say this, but I feel like there'll always be I'll always be that kind of girl that, do you know what I'm saying, is still kind of in there.
You have
What do you
still
mean? You
feelings
always-
for him.
You'll always be. You'll always be what? Sorry.
Like I feel like I'll be that. Right. The thing is, right, he has a new girlfriend now, right? But he's still like following my friends, liking my friends, but just trying to kind of like subconsciously let me know that he's still there. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, even though he might never speak to me again or whatever,
But he's
like,
always
he
present
won't
in your
forget-
life.
He's not going to forget me. Yeah, that kind of way.
Yeah, of course not.
Do you know what I'm
You looked
saying?
into the mirror. I wouldn't
because he
forget
probably
you.
still wanted to be with you. You just you're still doing what you're doing. So like
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
why
and I'm not going to stop it for anyone.
No,
like,
and you shouldn't.
not until I'm ready. Not until I've got a certain amount of money. Then no, I'm not going to stop it.
No, you shouldn't. When I moved to Miami, that's what I broke up with the last guy I was with here in London, and I said, you know what, fuck relationships, fuck everyone. I'm going to Miami, and I'm finally just gonna fully go in and do what I've always wanted to do, which is get in the sex working industry, and I did, and it was the best decision I ever made.
I'm not gonna lie, that's my backup plan. Like, literally, if me and my partner don't work out in any weird reason, I'm picking up myself and my luggage and my cat, and I'm moving to America. I'm not staying here in the UK.
Do you never feel like that sex work industry gets lonely though? Like when you were like, obviously you went over there and you're like, fuck it, I'm going to do my own thing.
Honestly, it got lonely because I was away. Everyone that really means something to me is here, like my family, my childhood friends. And so, yeah, it was lonely, especially because in the industry is like, you kind of got to weed the good people out. It's not as easy, like, because everyone's kind of like, what can I get from you? Everybody's just trying to get ahead and get to the top. So you kind of have to just be very careful of the, but I've built some great relationships through the sex working industry. I've got friends that are still my friends now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely harder. But I feel like,
But they're more real, no? Just because
Yeah,
it's harder to gain it, they stay for the longer term.
yeah. But I mean, it makes it easier to sometimes deal with people that are in the same industry as you because they can relate and understand what you're going through. So I feel like I will always kind of need some friends that are in that world because it's like we relate to each other in that
it's
way.
a good support network.
No, it is.
Sometimes like I feel like if it wasn't for like sex workers and Twitter and like the big community, that sometimes I would feel like fuck, like alone, like so alone. But like because you can go on there and you see people killing it and it motivates you and you're like, right, I'm not alone. I'm not the only one doing this. Like it's not the worst thing in the world because that's what people make out like it is.
Listen, when I told my friends that I'm starting OnlyFans, I got two different type of reactions. I got the one who were 100% supporting me and they were like, listen, well done, good on you, you always love sex, go for it. And I got the other one who were like, are you sure that's what you want to do? Are you sure your kids is gonna see that? Your mom is gonna know? And I cut those people off. Because if you're not supporting me at all, why are you even my friend?
No, 100%.
I understand if it doesn't fit your morals, you don't have to be my friend, right? I understand that. But I don't think it's that deep. You don't have to sign up and subscribe, you know? I had people unfollowed me for it. And I wasn't even like posting content like that on my Instagram. Obviously, Instagram is very limited. But
Yeah, no, it's hard. I mean, it's not for the faint-hearted. I mean, you literally feel like you're defending your job to absolutely everyone all the time. So it's tiring. But I feel like once you own it to yourself and you fully, like I've said, this is who I am, and like you either respect it or you don't, but this is who I am, this is what I'm doing, I don't give a fuck, then that's really when you really start to
I feel like
liberate
the
yourself.
real people that love you and know you don't care. Like they don't, like it's against my dad's beliefs, right? He says, okay, I do not support it because that's against my beliefs. However, you're my daughter and I love you. I'll never love you any less. Do you know what I mean? And then I've had friends that because of their beliefs, turned their back and just left. When
I think there's a reason why a lot of people doing it secretly or
anyway.
I don't want my face on it. I don't want my face on it. You know, there's always these people. I don't want my face on things. But they forget that, you know what, once you going down to the route to be a sex worker, OnlyFans go, I'm going to say there is no way back. There is still a normal life, but you're going to lose a lot of people on the way, you know? That it be your friends or family. But yeah, with religion as well is very different, isn't it? Like, and your cultural thing. Because I feel like people talk a lot. You know, I'm Hungarian. I feel like I'm a bit easier. I gotta be easy because literally, if I just wanted to, I could just block my country out, so no one would know.
Yeah, I have Argentina blocked on OnlyFans.
Wow, VPN for life.
Yeah. I definitely have it blocked. It's not even because I care, but I just don't want to deal with that drama. I don't want people, you know, because even people that say they don't care or they're not looking, all they do is research you. So I know that someone somehow from, I don't know, church or that knows a family member like will just end up seeing it and say something to my parents. I just don't want people to hustle my
and they hurt
my
your
parents.
Exactly.
Not
hurting you.
You do need to protect your loved ones in some sort of sense because like my little brother, right, he's 15 and he does like pro youth football and he's really good, and my fear is that he blows up and then it's going to be like, your sister does OnlyFans, your sister does, and it does scare me. People already asking him that, and it's like I was on the phone to him and one of his friends was in the back and he was like, oh, your sister does OnlyFans, and my little brother was like, but I've got a PS5. Do you have a PS5?
I love it.
I love that.
He doesn't care. He's cool, but I just like he's so chilled. Like all my brothers are, but I just can't be bothered with him getting shit for what I do. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
you do need to protect your family, kind of.
That's actually really sad that people are still. I always say they're 15. Actually, you know, they still.
Yeah.
You know, the bullying is still a thing. You know.
Yeah, I think as a sex worker as well, if you've got kids, like it is your responsibility to protect them as well because kids are mean.
Can you? The thing is, the internet is too open now. It's hard to protect your kids, especially like if you're very big on OnlyFans.
Yeah,
like I'm sure you're gonna have
I'm sure, but I mean it's a conversation that's gonna have to be had. I'm already prepared for that.
I love it.
Yeah,
and I think they're gonna grow up in a different era as well. Like I think everybody's gonna be OnlyFans girl, and like they're gonna be just.
If you think about it, if Lisa had a baby now, like it's not gonna like be until like 15 years. Do you know what I'm saying? You're going to even have that.
To have that conversation.
Who even knows what's going to be happening?
No, exactly.
Then, do you know what I mean?
I mean, like you and I are in the age now too. Like our society expect to having us kids, isn't it? So
yes,
we have to think about this kind of thing
soon.
Well, yeah, guys, nice little conversation, right?
Mm-hmm. I feel a bit rusty today, you know, just
why the weekend,
the festivals.
That's why you're rusty. You get older, ready for kids.
Older, can't handle my drink no more. Don't know what's going on, but yeah.
Well, what's going on? We're not getting any younger. You know, MILF porn still exists. Don't worry about that. It's to be. Are we done with our half an hour little sesh?
Mm-hmm.
Are we done?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Yeah, I will see you. We will see you in the next episode.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.